This might be the most underrated sport there is. Joggling. Jogging plus juggling at incredible paces with everything from 3 to 7 balls. And yes, these guys can probably run quicker than you can, and that's while juggling. By using the IAAF scoring tables, we can actually determine how good the juggling world record is just by looking at the running alone. This is a score that ranges from 0 to 1,400 points, where 1,400 points is beyond the current track and field world records. For reference, Usain Bolt's 9.58 seconds in the 100 meters gave him 1,356 points. This tool that this scoring table is a great help. But of course, while juggling, you can't run as quick as you can without juggling. And the faster you run, the harder it is to juggle. And the difference between hurdles and not hurdles while juggling is also bigger than if you're not juggling. And the last and obvious one, the more objects you juggle, the harder it is to run fast, which will give you a lower IAAF score as a result. But while trying to consider all of these factors, here are some of the world records that I truly believe needs more recognition. Starting off with one of the best juggling records by using the IAAF scoring table, we have the 3-ball 1 mile world record by Caleb Williams. On August 13th, 2023, Caleb ran 1 mile while juggling 3 balls at an enormous pace of 4 minutes, 36 seconds and 78 hundredths. This would give him a score of 670 points, which is only achievable by dedicated endurance training over many years. Incredible speed and an amazing world record. Staying at the 1 mile distance, we have a team that went for the 4x400 meters relay. They went by the name of Team Extra Ball and consisted of the top-notch jugglers Albert Lucas, Owen Morse, John Wee and Tui Wilson. Their goal
is to break the 4-minute mile, a feat never accomplished before, in the world of joggling, that is.
The same pace as held by the famous barrier breaker Roger Bannister from 1954. They went out with an amazing speed and executed the mile perfectly. And they ended up with a time good enough for 469 points by running faster than Roger Bannister with a barrier breaking time in the same way as jugglers do. Jogglers always try to find new ways to keep themselves entertained, and that is certainly the case for the 3 next long-distance runners. They joggle for long, very long, and extremely long races. Let's start off with the long race. For the long race, we have Michael Bergeron. Bergeron is the official world record holder of the half marathon while juggling 3 balls. With 582 IAAF points and a time of 1 hour 17 minutes and 10 seconds, he has set a truly amazing time that most runners would struggle to achieve without the juggling. For the very long race, we have Michael Capral. By training running 13 times a week, he managed to excel at the marathon distance at a very high level. That being 2 hours 50 minutes and 12 seconds and a score of 554 points. Capral ran the whole marathon with an average speed of around 4 minutes per kilometer, and that while juggling the entire time. Amazing record. And for the extremely long race, we can only find someone that truly wants to challenge themselves in every single possible way. And that is Daniel Raum. Not only does he want to juggle for over 11 hours, but he wants to do it while running. Daniel Raum is the quickest person to ever finish a 100-kilometer race while juggling 3 balls at the same time. With a time of 11 hours, 5 minutes and 18 seconds and 133 points, Daniel is for sure one of the most extreme jugglers out there. Even though it's hard to make an objective list, there are 3 records that really stand out to me, both in terms of physical performance, but also the difficulty of the juggling that had to be achieved. These records aren't in any particular order, but they are for sure extremely good. And the first one of these 3 is by a very known juggler. He's the only one to have ever juggled 13 rings, and he also holds the competition record for the most catches of 10 rings. I'm of course talking about Albert Lucas. As well as being an extraordinary juggler, he's also an amazing athlete in general. And because of this, juggling is perfect for him. He has held different juggling world records in the past, but this one amazed me. Albert did the 400-meter hurdles in the time of 1 minute and 7 seconds, and this equals to 443 points. Seeing this much points on a running distance that technical is what sets this record apart. So much speed and so much coordination at one time. In terms of pure running performance, this record right here is the best of all juggling world records. And that's while running a distance which doesn't necessarily favor juggling the most. This person is also a very known juggler, and one of the 2 people that is a part of the passing zone. And that is Owen Morse, which has run 100 meters in 11.68 seconds. An all-out sprint at a blistering speed, which gave him 697 points, which is the most points for all juggling records. One also needs to consider that juggling while running slower is quite a bit easier than juggling while running quick. Especially since the juggling records of 3 objects require you to do 1 throw for each step. Amazing record by Owen Morse. And then it's the last one. This is the only 5-ball record that I'm mentioning in this video, even though there are many more of them. But this one is so incredible, both in terms of juggling control and running speed. Matthew Feldman ran the 100 meters while juggling 5 balls for an incredible 13.30 seconds. Yes, you heard right. Less than 2 seconds slower than a 3-ball 100-meter juggling record. And this would give him 337 points, which is more than some 3-ball juggling world records. This pace alone is really good for any human being, and he juggles not 3, but 5 balls at the same time. Matthew's 5-ball control while running seems incredible to me. One can really see that Matthew has practiced specifically for this for a long time. Amazing efficiency and control. I hope you enjoyed this dive into the sport of juggling as much as I did. If you want to learn more, there are multiple videos that I have linked in the description as well as the world record page. Consider subscribing for more future content and comment what amazed you the most. I also want to give a shout out to my Patreons for supporting my creation of these videos as well as other running projects I have going on. Your help really inspires me to keep doing more for the juggling community. Thank you for watching.